guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl and Mama again. I just realized I had a bunch of green tea, some packs of green tea, so I'm trying to make one now. While that's getting ready, we're going to talk about something quite interesting today, which is like my own personal first date turn-offs. I'm sure some of you have experienced going on first dates. Let me sip some green tea first. Oh gosh, it's been a while. Okay, so number one, one thing I feel is really a turn off for me is when the person tries to hold hands with you, or yeah. That's very weird for me. Like, we're meeting for the first time, that kind of thing, and I mean we're going on dates for the first time. I just don't know why you should be holding my hand, or we should be holding hands to walk and talk and things like that. I feel there should be that basis of friendship. I mean, you're meeting the person for the first time. It can get a little bit awkward, even if I'm feeling you. Like, I would just play cool or play along at some points, but then when it gets a bit too awkward, and I'm like, nah, I can't do this anymore, I'll just remove my hands and stuff. I mean, hugging is different, giving a hug or something like that. But when it comes to wants to hold hands or hold you by the waist and things like that, I'm like, okay, this is weird, yeah. So I don't know if it's just me or if any of you find this weird or something, but I'm just saying, I find that to be a big turn off. Yeah. Another important thing, which I feel, I've met a few people that do this, whereby it's nice actually, they compliment probably your dressing, like, oh, I like how dressed you are, probably modestly dressed you are. But when you go around bashing other people that probably don't dress so modestly, I find that kind of irritating. I mean, that's them, that's their taste, that's what they like, that's how they like to dress, and if it's not okay for you, you shouldn't be bashing them in my presence. Everyone has some guys would like that, some may not, and that's okay. I mean, you're not expected to like everything that someone does. When you go around bashing that person, and I've heard statements like, oh, oh, if you're probably even dressed like them, I probably won't have stayed this long with you, or I would probably have looked for a way to rush things up and things like that. I'm like, okay, I just feel that's weird and wrong. Some just go and talk about it, and I'm in my head, I'll just give this awkward silence, because okay, what should you want me to do about it? You're just judging people based on, oh, they are dressed appropriately or they are not dressed appropriately. You can keep that in your mind as probably, oh, it's a red flag for you, but not keep talking about it and you go ahead to be bashing others. You try to sound a bit non-judgmental, so it doesn't come off so wrong or something like that. Jesus. Okay, so the third thing is someone putting food on my plate. I don't know whether that's supposed to be some romantic or cute gesture. I don't know, but I just find it weird. I don't like that. You have yours, I have mine. Let's just eat it for the first time. It's not like we're some, I don't know, very tight couple or something like that. We'll just, yeah. I just find it weird. I just find it very weird, and I'll just leave that part of me oh, you don't do that. You don't. Just saying, I mean, this is an accumulation of certain things that I've kind of experienced or seen happen, and in my head I'm like, really, is it really necessary? Another thing actually is, and I think I meet people that do this a bit too often, when you go on and on about what you own, your qualities, oh, I'm with this person. It's good to, talk about yourself, yeah, definitely. But when you just keep going on and on and on and on about it, oh, and I have 2 cars, I have a house, I have blah 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 blah. Like, geez, I'm not here to get to know your assets. I'm here to know you. You know, I want to get to know you as a person, not what you own and things like that. I don't. It's not something that is going to impress me so much. You know, I mean, you can, if you're doing good for yourself or doing well for yourself, there's nothing wrong talking about that. You know, when you keep mentioning your assets and this and that, like, probably you think it's something that is going to woo you. It just doesn't. It gets very weird at some point in time. Like, okay, so is this supposed to make me, I don't know, fall for you, or make me be like, he's a keeper, let me go with him, you know, at least he has all these assets and stuff. It's just weird. It's just very weird. Like, at times like that, I just you should see me sometimes on first dates, you know, and I don't really, I feel my facial expressions too, like, I don't they say a lot, you know. There are times it's not what the person will think, but there are actually times that before I say something, my face has said something, you know. So, and it's very, you know, the person would notice, like, oh, maybe something's, and probably try to act, and I'll be like, no, everything's cool. Everything is cool at some point. In my head, I'm like, please stop mentioning your assets. Sometimes I try to change the conversation, like, let's talk about something else, you know, or just switch to another topic. But I don't know why you should go on and on about what you own and things like that and blah blah blah, you know. Some of us are actually just out there trying to see how we can do stuff for ourselves, you know. Your properties and the rest is not what's going to keep whatever, if we're to date or something, you know, like going forward. It's not going, what is going to keep us together. So just hold up. And this is another major one. Ah, God, this one is something that's on the low. I just try to act like I don't notice, you know. But when the person you're on a date with is probably staring so much, like, obviously, at probably you know, the opposite sex, like staring so much probably at their boobs or their ass or something like that. Oh God, that is that is one of the biggest turn-offs for me. Like, geez, if you want to meet the person, or you know, you really admired everything, why don't you walk up to the person and talk to them? Like, I'll prefer that than to be sitting there and then you know, like, stealing so much glances at this person's body and things like it's so weird. Like, it's so weird. I've experienced that once, you know, that it was so weird, because I was like, come on, stand up and meet and meet her, you know. And if you want to do something, like probably get her digits or something, or I don't know, I just think it's disrespectful anyway. Like, when you do it, so like, just like, it's so obvious that you're doing this, like, geez, calm down, bros. Wow, some people, sha. Okay, and lastly, you know, this is another thing. We know some people are like very busy, you know, doing one or two things with themselves and having jobs here and there. But when you stay on the phone so long, like, begins to feel like probably you're on a date with your phone, you know, more than the person you actually came to see there. Like, what do you expect the second person to do? I actually feel during that time where you guys are get to know each other and stuff, on that first time basis, you know, like, whereas drop your phone, like, just drop it for a while, you know, and just like, every call, everything's like, oh, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, oh, excuse me, you know. And then you say it so much, like, it's so weird. And obviously, like, I'm not going to complain or like, carry on, you know, what's my business? Like, I wish I do what I need to do and then start going, you know. But even if you're very busy, I feel it's actually quite disrespectful to just, you know, like, keep picking up calls and things like that and talking over the phone, like, over and over. Like, if it's once or twice, that's, you know, may still manage. But when it keeps going on that way, that kind of thing, what is that one? The phone is getting more attention than the person that you're with. Doesn't make any sense. If you know you're not going to, that day is probably going to be tight for you, or you would not be able to concentrate as much as you would, let the person know. You can switch another day or something like that, a day that you know that you're going to be maybe less busy, you know. But when you're picking phone here and there, here and there, here and there, you're just making it seem somehow. There you go. That's just it, sir. So guys, I would like to know what your some of your first dates experiences are, you know, and some of the turn-offs you have, you know, first date turn-offs, things that when someone does it, you're just like, okay, or what the, what the hell is this? So drop it down on the comment section below, and don't forget to like, especially drop your comments. That's the major. Just I want to know, you know, like what are some of your turn-offs, and are there any turn-off moment that I mentioned that you can really relate to, you know. And apart from that, if there are things that you feel, you know, you expect from your um first date partner, you know, also drop it. Or things you probably expect them to do, or you expect them to do more or better, you know, drop it too. Let's engage in some discussions out there, yeah, at the comment section. So that's just basically what I have for you guys today, you know. I just want to brag small so you guys see my cute cup. Hope you all can see it. So I got it from, there was this stuff I was doing in IB. It's like a volunteer stuff, you know, and then they gave me this very cute mug, and I just really like it, you know. It says volunteering is a work of heart. Real tears. So cute. I just really cherish the mug so much. Yeah. So yeah, I'm done talking about that now. So don't forget to like, drop your comments, subscribe, please subscribe, and feel free to share with your friends, share with anyone, you know. Put in your social media pages. If you really enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, you know. I'll be seeing you guys again sometime next week. And if there are things you would like for us to do on this page, to like drop it there too. Let's talk, you know. See you guys. Bye.